Hey YouTube, it's Victor, a little Godzilla, and he's eating his hand, and he was crying, so I took him out. He likes to go out for a walk when he's crying, but today it kind of didn't work. But if I go and stand on the corner and show him the cars, he seems interested, right? Then I took him to this room. This is his cradle, right? This is his cage. Looks like a cage, right? Kind of funny how we make cradles look like cages. We just prepare them, right? And anyway, he stopped crying. I put him in the dark here in the room, and I put my head next to him here, and he just grabbed my face, and every time he touched me, I would react, you know, because it hurt, because he was like punching me in the face. Can you see yourself? Right? Looks different today, huh? Looks like a different baby, doesn't it? Anyway, so I want to tell you about this show I saw the other day. I guess last night actually. About, I think it's who's Masaai? Masaai? Is that an African like tribe? So this is the thing. A little Japanese guy, I guess about 20 years ago, say, went to Maasai, and he met this. Went to Africa and he met this Maasai woman. Met the Maasai. I don't think it's a country named Maasai, but I don't know. And they had a baby, right? She got pregnant. Brought her back to Japan. I think she worked in a factory or something, and it didn't work out. Long story short, right? Long story short, she abused alcohol. They ended up getting divorced. She couldn't make friends here. Like she was too slow at the factory. She worked at a factory. She was too slow. They fictionalized. Is that the word? You know, they recreated her whole life, and you're going to sleep. They recreated her whole life, and you know, with actors. And anyway, she went back to Africa, and that was it. Now the boy is a real handsome, you know, half Japanese, half African, half Maasai boy. And he went back to Africa to find his mother, but she died. She was dead. And of course it was very sad, and he was crying. He's like, I'm too late. And he went to visit her grave, and it's just it's, you know, an old, if anyone can find this online, there's a lot of Chinese sites will upload like illegal Japanese shows illegally. But he went to visit the grave, and it's like really childishly scrawled out, you know, really cheap grave, and she was dead. But his aunt was still alive, and his other relatives were still alive, right? And I'm so glad you fell asleep. And he gave a speech in English. He said, you know, speech is not my first language, but he talked. This is what struck me. Okay, this is why I'm making this video. He hated he said, I never loved my mother, really loved my mother in the beginning. In the old days when I was a child, because I was teased for having black skin, and everyone else in Japan was white. My father's white, and all the other kids were like whiter skinned, and I was dark skinned. I didn't understand why I was this color, because he's half, you know, he's half black and half Japanese, and it struck me because he disliked his mother, and I guess he blamed his mother for making him that color, which I guess, you know, a lot of children, you know, do. And if you listen to him, it just sounds like he's racist, right? In a way. I mean, except for the fact that he's talking about his own mother and the way he used to feel as a child. So it's actually a childish idea, you know. And I was just thinking, you know, well, racism is childish, right? Yeah. It was really sad. It was touching, and he regretted, but he regretted not coming back before, you know, earlier to meet his mother. She apparently died like 12 years ago. I think in 2003 or something. So completely missed that. You know, he would have been 6 years old when she died or so. I think he was about 20 now. He looked that way. But he spoke English really well. And yeah. And he talked to everyone. He said, thank you for welcoming me. And when he came back, you know, he was walking around the village, and people were like, oh, they knew who he was, like right away. Like, oh, you're that kid. And his aunt, he met his aunt, and she's like, thank you so much for coming back. But it must be an experience, right, to go back to such an impoverished village and visit your relatives, your blood relatives, right? That's camera shaking his head. You know, it just must be an astounding feeling, undescribable, of course. You know, what if they had somehow stayed in Africa, or if he had been born to African parents, it would have been a completely different existence. His mother probably still be dead. It looks like she died, you know, regardless. But apparently she spoke of him a lot to her sister and stuff. I didn't get to see the whole thing. I didn't pay attention, but to the whole thing because I was, you know, with this guy. But that one scene with him giving a speech to everyone and talking about how he didn't hate his mother, but he never truly loved her. But I got to tell you now though that raising a kid is really tough, and the things that mothers have to do for the kid is amazing. And it makes me realize that I did not appreciate my mother enough growing up. And they're always kind of in like the police position. So they're kind of they're not the heroes. Like the father gets to be the hero. He gets to come home later and we're like, oh, dad's home, yay. And he gets to be kind of the hero of the family. And he makes all the big decisions. So if you get anything good, you know, it's thanks to dad, really. Mom is more the discipliner. But if we were really bad, my dad really does take care of us, you know. My dad was a real discipliner, but you know what I'm saying. Mom was kind of the party pooper, you know, because it's her job, you know. She has 4. In my family, she had 4 kids, and anyway, it was a pretty sad story. But sometimes on Japanese TV, you get these really, really interesting stories, human, and they're not like bullshit reality shows. They come into someone's life and they tell you a little part of their life, and then they leave them alone, basically. It's not a reality show, and it's very obvious that people are sharing feelings and telling people what happened. It's like documentary stuff, but anyway, really interesting. I wish this stuff could be made available so you guys could see it. And if anyone can find it, please link it in the comments, and I will okay the comment. Thanks for watching, guys. It was just something that struck me. Yeah. Anyway, can you believe you fell asleep? It's amazing. Must be my voice. Probably happy you guys are asleep too now. If you're not asleep, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and keep watching. I'll keep uploading as many of these daily little Godzilla just talking vlogs as I can. As long as you guys are interested, keep watching and let me know. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys, and good night. Bye. Well, I don't know why I just kissed you guys. That was for him. Okay. Bye.